Hello guys, and welcome back to another video on this YouTube channel, Entrepreneurial Moves Documented, where Mariam, I try to give you guys shortcuts of the things that I've learned the hard way and document also the things that I'm currently doing towards the long journey of becoming that entrepreneur that I want to become. Okay, so I'm very young, the journey is very long, but I learned this even though I'm young, to not mix business and personal. But sometimes it's inevitable to do that. You know, your friend does it best, or your cousin does it best, or your relative does it best. So how to try at least manage a little bit, because I'm not fully good at managing and not mixing these two things. It's still frustrating. I've lost some friends to business, unfortunately. Now it's just, if it's not business, we don't talk, and that kind of aches my soul. I'm somebody that does not forget people easily, and I'm still seeing that person as my friend. I would love to hang out with my friend. I want my friend back, but it's just now we're business only, or just we talked about it business, or if the business ended, the whole thing ended with them. It's just very tiring and very hard to manage, and it feels lonely sometimes if you are somebody self-employed, or you're doing your own thing, because your timetable is probably not like other people. You probably work 24/7, and your work, personal, always get conflicted, and they just blend in, and you also blend your relationships. That is crazy. You would feel like you're working all the time, and you would get burnt out eventually. So here's some things that you might be doing to help yourself not mix business and personal. Number one, don't mix. That is a tip that I would give you, to be honest. I generally try to avoid it as much as I could. My friends do it best at some things, and my cousins do it best, my relatives do it best. But it's just, I would lose that thing. But sometimes if I don't have a relationship with a relative, and I'd love to become close with them, and I know they do that thing, actually business could be a good opportunity to build a relationship and just bond more. But if it's somebody that I'm close with, I try my best to avoid mixing the two. But if I happen to mix that, I would set boundaries. I would not let the whole relationship become business. So what I do is, exactly, for example, let's say when it comes to business, we're mailing each other back and forth, or we're using project management tools and apps. So I would let that the primary communication, where we are business partners or business teams, or business teammates. And when it comes to personal, I would connect with their personal phone. I would let it only on that. So personal, only call them, text them on specific apps like Signal, WhatsApp, whatever. And when it comes to business, email them at these specific apps and just tag them in these project management tools, so that I could make a digital separation, an illusion of separation of the two. Same thing when I see them, and it feels, I try to always read the room. I always try to read people's vibes. I think that's a great thing and a great skill that people could add to them. It's quite emotional, intelligent to do so. So if I met this friend by coincidence, and we're not having a business meeting, or we're not having something of that sort, I am not going to jump first and be like, oh, did you see what happened at the job? Did you see what happened at the project? Did you see where we are? Did you see what went wrong? I'm not gonna do that first. I'm gonna suppress myself and just hold myself back, even though it would be tempting, because that's the thing that's making us fueled and passionate currently. Me and that friend, we were talking about work. We're very passionate. We're sharing common goals and common destination. But I would refrain from that when I see them, and I would try to talk about the things that we used to talk about. The personal things. I would ask, how's your family doing? How's your life doing? How's your dog doing? How's your whatever thing you're doing? How's your hobbies? And we try to talk, and I would try to read people. So that person is coming towards me. I met that person by coincidence. I'm not gonna jump automatically for work, because nobody wants to talk about work 24/7, okay? And if you're gonna be somebody that that is a constant reminder of job, of being something tiring, you would become a colleague, and you would end there. The friend is gonna lose the friendship, and you're gonna lose the friendship too to that business. And once the business ends, it's everything ends, and that is really, really, really heartbreaking. So that is the thing that I do. I try to like do digital separation in my head, and I would try like if my friend is wearing casual clothes, it's not like, you know, it's a chill day. Although like sometimes work feels like all days, you know, even weekends, I would still talk about personal stuff. Also, like final thing that I think you could guys try doing is setting a specific time where you guys do personal things, like a specific hobby together, a specific like thing you go to on weekends, something like a shared interest that you used to do or start doing, where you go there and never talk about work. You make it a rule to never talk about work, and you bond. Maybe you go play tennis together, maybe you go to concerts together, maybe you go to a club, like book club together, whatever it is. Something chill, something low-key, something that does not need too much like stimulation in your brain, because you're doing enough with working. And schedule that, like make it a priority to do that. And this also tip applies actually to couples that work in the same industry or work together. You should schedule dates. Even though you're both tired from working and you're like, oh my god, I saw you the whole day in the office, but you should still go back home and say, oh my god, sit down, like we're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing this, where we're gonna go out and date. Actually, we're not gonna be like, oh my god, I saw you all day and we're back together, like we cuddle in bed and that's it, you know. So this is also the third tip. So the first one, try to not mix work as much as possible. Please try to avoid it. It's just, it's not good, okay? Even though you try to be careful, you try to put these things, it just, oh my god. Like only few people know how to manage and mix like personal and business really well. They know how to do boundaries really well. Few people, but most of us, we actually don't know that. So in the second tip, try to like create specific times. And no, actually the second one is to avoid and separate. Try to create digital separation. Try to create like some separation of mind. Be emotionally intelligent. Read the room. Like your friend is not wearing a business suit, so don't talk about business, even though that's something that is you're bonding over currently. And the third thing, create time, make time for it. Sit down, be like, oh, this can do. We're not gonna do this for 10 years. Okay, we're a married couple. We work together, and we just, it feels like I'm sleeping with my colleague, you know. So set specific time to go out and be like a couple. So these are the tips. Hopefully you guys enjoyed them, but try to not mix, okay? Because very few of us could actually ace that. But for now, don't mix. And try to always have friends outside of business, even though all of your friends are in business by mistake or by luck or by whatever you call it. Try to have outside business or people that have nothing to do with your industry, because that would stimulate you. Outside thoughts and outside opinions are always good. I know some people wouldn't get your industry sometimes or wouldn't get you, but sometimes like creativity comes from these people specifically. Things that are the most random would stimulate you, would help you see things in a more objective manner. If all of your friends are included in the business, then who would tell you the raw opinion? Who would tell you that your shit is actually bad and you should change it? You know, who would tell you that? So try to have friends outside. Thank you guys, and thank you for watching, and bye bye.